Hello friends! Alright, so today we are going to be making laminated bookmarks. So I wanted to show you what I'm going to refer to as easy lamination. And now that I have started my demo, I need to actually grab the main product for this whole demonstration, which is tape.
I thought this sounded interesting.
Alright.
I thought lamination sounds interesting.
It does. Yes, lamination is very interesting. When I was younger, I used to do lamination with packing tape. You know, this little clear stuff, really sticky. And it's kind of a faux lamination, right?
Yeah.
So today we are going to make little bookmarks. It's going to be a lot of fun. So my packing tape is 2 inches wide. And so because I want my bookmark to be able to sandwich and be able to have the packing tape around the outside, I'm going to make my bookmark 1 3/4 of an inch wide. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with a couple colors of fun paper here. And I think the ones I want to go with are this one and this one. All right. So we're actually going to be using a combination of some fun Star Dream papers and the leftover mono prints from last week. So we're actually reusing these. When I used to work at Stampadoodle, Wendy, she was always like, oh, I love to keep my mono prints and then I'll use them in future art. And I remember being like, oh, that's really interesting. And so then when we did mono prints last week, I had all these mono prints left over and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have so much fun. And so we're gonna use those today. So I'm just cutting these to be 1 3/4 of an inch wide. Obviously, great size for a bookmark, not super wide because again, we need it to not be over 2 inches wide. And I'm doing this on the 8.5 by 11 inch side. So I'm doing a front and back. One side is going to be cardstock and the other side is going to be text weight. So that way when you have your, when you do your layering, it's not all too thick. Especially when you're doing packing tape, if it's too thick, the packing tape will not bond to itself. And so you want to make sure you're able to do that. Okay, then I'm just going to cut out a piece of this. I'm going to be cutting out my little die cut, some little die cut fishes. And so because of that, I'm just going to cut out a little piece that I can run through my die cut machine. Okay. Grab the die cuts. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take our 2 little pieces here, and I'm going to just stick them together just temporarily. So I'm going to put a tiny little piece of double-sided tape down, and this will allow it just to hold these 2 pieces together. So then I can run it through the die cut machine. Now what I'm using is I'm using nesting circles. So these are some circle die cuts. And this is from a large set. So these are just the smallest, well, almost the smallest 4. There's one that's, if you can believe it, there's even one that's even tinier than this tiny little one here that I'm trying to like fish out. So these ones are almost the smallest 4. Oh, yeah. And then there's another one here which I didn't want to use that one because it's too close to my big one, but 4 small ones. So what we're going to do here is we have our bookmark. We're going to lay this on here. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. I'm putting one in the middle here, the bookmark, and then these are going to be other like little like portals because we're making this kind of a fish theme, so it's going to be kind of under the water. This is kind of the theme I'm going for. So I'm going to lay those on here, right on my die cut machine. What was that?
I have to take them or they won't stick.
Oh, I know. I'm just eyeballing it and hoping it's going to work great. But yes, I certainly could use my washi tape and that would probably be a great idea. Okay, so what's happening here? And when I did a little, just because you had mentioned it's probably a good idea, I started doing a dry run before doing demo so that I had a much better idea. Oh, hello, Carolyn. Oh, you're totally fine. Not a problem. That's A-okay. So what has happened here is because the die cut machine, the cutting plates have kind of a cutting texture in them. So what happens is that the cut texture actually shows up in the Star Dream paper, which is really annoying because I'm like, oh, that's really frustrating. So what you want to do is you're just going to peel these away. So my double-sided tape is removable double-sided tape. So I just wanted to hold these together while I ran it through, but I'm actually going to peel these apart, roll off my excess double-sided tape here, because you can do that with this very specific tape. It's not permanent. And then, when we put that kind of cut side, the gunky side, we were going to sandwich that into the middle so that way you don't see that part. When you leave, they'll line up again, and then but then the outside will be nice and smooth and it won't be all gunky looking from the die cut machine. Okay, so now we're going to take 2 inch wide double-sided tape. Oh, hold on, before we get there.
That's double-sided.
Oh, sorry, that's not double-sided tape.
Oh.
2 inch wide packing tape is what I meant to say. I do actually carry 2 inch wide double-sided tape.
Really? Well,
It-
that's gonna
It
hold it.
is amazing. I use it for a variety of things, but not for today. All right, now my little fish die cuts. So these are die cuts that come from Poppy, and they have these 3 little fishies that are in there. So what we're doing, since Carolyn, you're joining us, you did not hear, I am actually using monoprints from last week to do die cuts from, because 1, I love the colors, but 2, then I can use those. They're kind of modeled looking, and they'll pair nicely with our bookmark. We're making laminated bookmarks.
We're making bookmarks.
Yes, we are.
I love bookmarks.
Yes, they are a lot of fun, and they're just fun to clean around. And sometimes you just need a fun bookmark. And then look how fun those little fishies are, and they're all vibrant. And look at this guy with the tone on tone. Isn't that so cool?
Yeah.
And so, but it's just fun being able to use the monoprints that we've created in the past to then be able to make, you know, new little designs and stuff. So I'm gonna cut out a number of little fishies here. I wanted my bookmark theme to be under the water. Oh yeah, we can take that one off and put that down. And yep, there are 2 different weights of the paper there. There's the lighter weight and then the heavier weight.
This is cute too. You could potentially do something else with
Oh
the
my gosh,
cutouts,
yeah, with the
huh?
cutouts, absolutely you can, yes. You know, and that's the coolest part, is kind of being able to think outside the box and thinking like, oh, what will look good with this? And, you know, and being able to use it, like you could use the little fishies as like a stenciling and have a bunch of fish on your background. Yeah, there's lots of things.
Oh, look at that one. It's like little scales.
Yes, I know. Isn't that so cool? I love being able to use those monoprints.
Features on your fish.
I don't know that I'm going to do little features on the little fish. I know.
Well, at least eyeballs, right?
Well, they have.
They do have eyeballs,
They have
but
their,
they're not
they're
very
little.
distinct.
They're not very distinct. They're
Yeah.
just kind of. They're looking more like they're closed.
Just
Little
need
closed eyes.
eye.
And for those of you wondering what we're looking at here, they're tiny, tiny, itty bitty little fishies here. Okay, so now we're going to put this together. So we're taking our 2-inch wide
Sleepy eye.
packing tape here.
Oh, they do.
Little sleepy eyes.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing here is I'm going to peel off a piece of this. There we go. And I'm wanting this to be longer than the actual size of my my bookmark here. I'm going to roll this over to the back, and I'm going to stick this on my craft mat, and then I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. Whoops. We'll see if this will stick on my craft mat, or I might have to do this on the actual table itself. And then we're going to stick this down. It wants to peel up, so we're going to scoot this over a little bit. Oh, no, what doesn't want to stick to the craft mat because everything peels off the craft mat beautifully. So we're going to do this over here. So I'm just going to peel and stick that down on the table here. There we go. And at the bottom here, I'm going to do the same thing. We're just going to roll that under and stick it in place. All right, so that we just have this, we have long, skinny, flat thing that we're going to lay down. Okay, so before, I'm just going to look at these and find the back side. So that's going to probably be this one. And now I'm going to stick on at least some fishies, so I at least have some fishies on the back. So we're probably just going to lay some of these down here. Maybe we'll do this kind of little cutie here. Let's see what the back one looks like. The back on that guy's just white. I mean, he's double-sided. This guy's double-sided. I might stick him down here like he's kind of swimming on in from the outside. I think that may be kind of cute. And I'll do another little guy. Let's put a different little fishy in here, and we'll do this little guy down here. Okay. Also, going to, on my larger one here, I'm actually going to take and I'm going to use my hole punch. My 1/4 inch to make it look more bubble-esque.
Yeah, cool. So the blue one is larger than the green one?
Oh, they're the exact same size.
Oh, I thought you said you were taking the larger.
Oh, I meant to say the stiffer paper.
Oh, stiffer. Okay.
Yep, sorry, I used the wrong word there. This is a text weight, which is a lighter weight, and this is going to be the front of my bookmark, and it's going to be a slightly heavier weight. Now, because I had cut out some of these little bubbles, I'm just going to re-glue those on this side, just so that it kind of fills up some of this empty space over here on this side. Slightly more ocean-esque here. Okay, now, oh, and I need to glue my little fishies on so they don't go anywhere. You don't need to be like perfect with gluing these on. They just need enough just to stay in place while we're laminating our little bookmark together here. All right. Okay. Whoops. Come on, little fishies, stay in place. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to take the side we decorated and we're going to flip this over upside down and we're going to put this right in the middle of our 2-inch wide packing tape here. So we have about I would say 1/16 or 1/8 of an inch on the left and on the right. I'm just going to press that down just a little bit. Now I'm going to take glitter. Yes.
Oh, that is the sticky
Yes,
side.
this is the
I
sticky
wondered
side.
how it was sticking because I
Yes.
thought that was not the sticky side, and it didn't make sense.
It
to
didn't
me
make
how
sense.
It could stick.
Yes. And then this is just a weird old spoon from something I found in the thrift store. And I have a little bit of glitter on here. I'm just going to tap this on here, and the glitter is also going to land in the sticky. Okay. All right. Now, on the cut kind of gunky side of my paper here, which is the side here, I'm going to put on a little bit of double-sided tape, and this, again, is just going to hold this and sandwich this in place here. And I'm just going to line this up right on top. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to cut out some smaller little things that we'll consider bubbles on this side. There we go. All right, now we're going to take this and we're just going to lay this on top. Oh, actually, I wanted to have a couple more fishy in here. I just realized I wanted to do that. Let's see if I have one of these that's double-sided that I can put on there. Oh, let's see here. This guy might be
so
kind of
it'll be
double-sided.
in the hole.
Yeah, it looks like it's like in like a little porthole. So we'll stick,
Sparklies. How
yes,
cute.
we'll stick him there. Okay, now I'm going to stick this guy on. And then, because this is going to be the front of my bookmark here, it's just sticking with a tiny little bit of double-sided tape I just laid down. And then the final add in all the rest of my little fishies here.
Yeah, they have a little top side to them.
They definitely, yes, they definitely do. Some of them have a top. Yeah, there's a couple of them that are only swimming in one direction. So you have to kind of pair them and kind of move them around a little bit so that you get a nice balance here. So it doesn't look like it's all the exact same fish over and over. And our tiny little guy down here. All right. Then, our final thing that we're going to do here is we're going to take our packing tape again. We're just going to pull this straight like so. We're going to line this up with the packing tape that's underneath it. And we're just going to cut it off. And we're going to sandwich all of this together here. I can take a sticky to the table. Oh, there it goes. Perfect. All right. We're just going to trim that off. So we're looking for about an 1/8 of an inch border on all four sides. A 1/16 would also do, and that would be fine. So after you've done that, now you're going to take the scoring tool from the scoreboard. Or if you have another scoring tool in your life, you can use that too. And then we're going to use this to kind of go in and kind of push down the packing tape that is around each of the little fishes. And get for sealing it in, exactly. Inside our little porthole here. And then along this edge right here. Straight down.
It's cute. It's kind of like looking through a porthole too.
Yes, I know. Isn't that so much fun?
Yeah.
And what's cool about this idea is that you can make this bookmarks in a variety of different themes. You can do like a little fairy world or something if you wanted to. I just really liked the circles and how it kind of looks kind of ocean theme. I just think that makes me really happy. It's quite fun. Okay. And then just squeeze that down a little bit. And we'll go to the other side and we'll do the same thing over here. And then, you could always, as you're using your bookmark, you could also switch things down over time as well. But this is just a great way to make it look nice and flat. And like I said, had you used two pieces of the cardstock, then there wouldn't be enough space on the left and right for the packing tape to stick together. That location. Okay, all right, and then to finish it off, we're just going to take our hole punch again, right here at the top. And then we're going to string in some cute ribbons, and so I have lots of fun ribbons to choose from today.
Oh, wow.
So then you can just find your most favorite ones, or you can make a whole grouping. Sometimes people like lots of ribbon on there. I know, I had to add in the sparkle.
Yes.
I just had to. But you can kind of use whatever ones that you love the most, because some people really like ribbon, some people really don't like ribbon. So I want you to choose, especially for your bookmark, I want you to choose something that makes you the most happy. Okay. All right. I'm going to just take these little guys here. See if I can get this through, or if this is going to be too finicky.
Yeah, fun.
We'll see if this is going to work or not. I have a number of ribbons
You're
I've chosen.
determined.
I'm determined. We'll see if this just breaks or if this works. I think this will work, but we're going to find out. because with the packing tape there, that usually works. So then you have your little loops here. So you bring all your 3 loops together, and you just take your other little bits. Oops, push those in there. Pull these on through.
There's a cute tassel at the top.
It does make a cute little
Yeah, it's
tassel.
really nice.
All right, and then you have all your colors tied in and everything. And there you have your fun laminated bookmark. And then both sides are a little different, and then the glitter just makes it look more interesting, and that's just kind of fun. And then at your top pieces here, I like to make my tops of my ribbon just kind of look a little bit more finished. So you can do like that chevron look, or you can do the diagonal here. This is going to cut. But that's good enough. And there you have it. Okay, so there we are. So there's that one there, and then I did make another one this morning. This one does not have as much in it. Oh, but there's something I did do on this one was I added a little bit of twine. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
And that just kind of adds
Super.
some movement to that. I don't know if you guys can even see that up there, but that was kind of a fun little element. So, but anyways, so it kind of depends. You can make it with tassels or you make it without, but it's totally up to you. And I love how this one was kind of in the purple and blue tones.
Yeah.
So, if you guys are interested in making one today, it's just $5. And then you guys are, and then the station for those of you listening will be set up for a full week, and you can choose whatever colors. I do have I have a number of star green colors chosen, so then that way they'll make it look really fun and kind of ocean themed with our little fishies. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me, friends. We'll see you guys.